Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and I'd like to welcome you to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. Today, I am making a card based on this past Friday's Craft Roulette Challenge. That was Craft Roulette number 214. If you have not seen that particular YouTube channel, you need to go and watch it. I have a link below to that episode. They spin a wheel each week and kind of give you parameters on what you need to make. For this week's example, we need to make the project we need to do is something with appreciation, like thank you, I appreciate you, etc. The colors we need to use are based on the colors of candlelight. The element that we need to add it to is leave it to, and you can fill in the blank. And then a random, it has to be kind of like a Retiform card. Now, being a nurse or retired nurse, when I think of Retiform, I think of the lacy interweavings of the cardiovascular and neurovascular systems. But that's not quite what Retiform means in the art world. Shapes broken up. So I have an idea in mind, so let's get started. I have my usual 5x7 card. This piece of cardstock measures 10 inches by 7 inches. You crease it at the 5-inch mark, fold it over, and crease it with your fingers or your bone folder. Then I have a piece of 6 3/4 by 4 3/4 cardstock, and this is scrap. It has holes in it. It'll still work. And then I have a piece of 4.5 by 6.5 white cardstock, and it'll go together on the card like this. So let's get started. Retiform, you can cut up, you can draw lines. But I was going through my stash, and I found this stencil. Let me get a piece of paper behind it so you can see. This is one of the old-time stencils from my scrapbooking days. And I thought these shapes kind of, if I place them just right, they'd look like a Retiform shape on a card. I've got my grip mat here. I'm just going to move it to the center. This is my waffle flower grip mat. And we'll put my card panel down. And I kind of want to place it. Let's see, where do I want to place it? Let's move this up a little bit. I think kind of like this. That's how I'm going to do it. So I have that idea in mind, but first I need to color the back of this with yellow. I've chosen my candlelight colors. I'm using the Close to My Heart inks in Sundance, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use pumpkin or papaya for my orangey yellow. Because when I think of candlelight, if I had a candle going in my living room, for example, it would be yellow and orange, and then there'd be like a soft brown glow off my wall since they're wood. And so I've added in the color Mocha for stamping with sometimes. So let's start with my color of Sundance. And I am just going to kind of go over the background softly. It doesn't have to be too harsh, but it's going to look, I want it to look mottled, splotchy, kind of not ethereal, but kind of like how the flame of a candle looks. It spits and sputters and starts and goes down and then comes back up. Get a little bit more on the edge here, so I'm going to move my just like that, kind of like a soft glow of the yellow. Now, I do need a piece of scratch paper. I'm going to check the colors of pumpkin and papaya. Let's see. I will use an orange for orange. Is that the color I want to go with, which looks nice? Or do I want to go with the papaya? We're going to go with the pumpkin. All right. So now I'll put my form back down, now that I kind of have an idea of where I want it to be. I want this point to go to the edge, these triangles to the edge. All right, and now we're going to fill in the stencil with pumpkin. And I'm going to go a little heavier handed here to give it a warm glow. If you haven't picked up one of these grip mats yet, I would recommend it. This is great for stenciling. You don't have to hold the stencil, unless, of course, your stencil is smaller than the paper you're working on. Then you're still going to have to hold it. This grip mat grips the stencils nicely. And it serves a dual purpose. You can also put it in your stamping platform. So you can rubber stamp with it, you can stencil on it, you can paper piece on it. The only thing I don't do on it is I don't color with my alcohol inks, simply because I'm not sure how they would react with the polymer or the silicone of the stamps. Okay. That looks pretty good. I went a little bit more down here in this corner, I think. All right, now let's peel it up and see what we've got. Woohoo, cool. Now, I don't know if I want to go back across and put in a couple of other oranges here. I think I do. I want to add a little bit more. The lines were a little wider than I thought. So I'm going to go in with a little lighter orange. And we'll put in random shapes. We'll get a triangle down here. Kind of my own version of Retiform. All right. Now I'm just going to softly add a little bit of this orange to the yellow background. All right. Okay, now we can take it off this, and I'll clean off my grip mat here before I set it aside. And I'll clean off my stencil when I'm done. Okay, now get out my stamping platform. Now I've chosen a couple of different items. I want to use this butterfly set. This is from Rubbernecker Stamps, Butterflies 1. Pardon me. And I want to use this huge thanks sentiment. This is from Pinkfresh Studios Blooming Branch. And just random, I like these bursts of starbursts. And this is from Spellbinders Bubble Over. So I'm just using a couple of different things on here. And I think I need to refresh my mat here. I used it the other day and I forgot to clean it off when I was done. And I had some sticky stuff got on it. Okay. I'll start by stamping my huge thanks. I want this kind of in this little triangle here. And I'm going to try it in the Mocha color. If I need to go black, I will, but I think the Mocha color will work. A little bit darker. Yeah, perfect. All right, I'm going to keep this out because I want to still use the Mocha, but I'm going to clean off my rubber stamp here. All right, we'll put that back. Now there's also a sentiment on here. You really know how to make my day brighter. Kind of thought I want to angle it right along here. Let's make sure I have the stamp right side up, which I did not. One more time. Perfect. Well, not perfect. Nothing is perfect in this world, but as close as I get. Okay, so that's from that stamp set. Now I want to pick some butterflies. Let's pull these out. Okay, I'm going to put this butterfly. I don't want that butterfly. Nope, that one's too big. And I want that one kind of flying off to the right. One nice thing about how I'm new storing is all of my stamps from now on will be conditioned before I use them because I'm stamping them on the sample image first. That looks good. And I won't use the large butterfly again, but I'm going to use several of the smaller ones. See, that one will go this way. And I want to have one up here. I can do those two at once, I hope. Nice. All right. Okay. So now I'll move this one over here. I kind of want to put that one there. This one down here. I'm going to put something more up there, but I don't know what yet. Okay. Oh, had that stamp upside down. It confuses me a little bit with these close to my heart. I'm used to the ink being on the bottom, not the top. Nice. And I want to put another larger butterfly up the top here. So let's put these two back on my, let's see, I have this butterfly. This one I think is too, oh, that's the one I used before. I don't want to use that one again. Where do I want to put it? Okay, right there. Then that'll be the last butterfly. Yes. Okay, so done with the butterflies. So let's put those back in the folder. Now I want to use the little bubble splurts, not bubbles. They do have bubble dots, but I want to put these little starburst things here and there. And I'm not going to use my stamping platform that. I'm going to go old school. We shall see how old school I can get without making a mess. I'm going to put some up here. Here. It kind of looks like flowers, which is why I really like this little stamp from the. I haven't made this Bubblicious card yet. I just need to get out and do that. I think one more up here and one more there. There. I think that's it for this stamp. Make your own pattern background. All right, close up my ink. Take this off the platform. Now I'm not sure if the color brown I chose for the background will work. Yes, it will. Okay. There's a little... I need to put a new blade in my cutter again. The titanium blade lasted, but not as long as I would like it to. As I have the Fiskars trimmer. All right, we'll put this one down first, and then I'm gonna stickle this because candlelight sparkles and glows. So we're gonna use some of my stickles. All right. And there's still a little piece of paper here. There we go. It was loose. All right, I'm going to stick this down here with the stamping platform on it, just so it dries flat. And then I've got a couple of new colors of stickles that I got at the convention for $2.50 a piece. I'm thinking this sandstone rather than the goldenrod, because it's more of the brown tones that I'm thinking of my walls when they glow with the candlelight. Okay. And I want to put randomly a little stickle inside these bubble bursts. Let me get it started over here. There we go. Not every one, but I am going to randomly put a little stickle drop. Because you know it's not one of my cards unless it has some sort of glowy element to it. Okay, I think this one over here needs some. And this one here. All right, I think that will do it. Simple one-layer card with stamping, stenciling. All right, let's see if I've met all the parameters for this Craft Roulette Challenge. Project appreciation, huge thanks. You really know how to make my day brighter. Colors are candlelight, yellows and orange, and the browns for my walls. Because it really doesn't look black when the lights are out. It kind of looks like a brown. Element, leave it to butterflies. Random Retiform, I think I've met the parameters for there. Different shapes and placement on the card. This is a huge lacy network of butterflies. Yep, I think I have covered all the parameters. I'll get that up. I don't know if you can see the stickles. Just a little bit of a glow. Okay, well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.